The secret to the long life of the Japanese? You must have heard that Japanese men and women live longer. According to global statistics, Japan is known as the oldest country in the world. 25% of the country's population is over 65 years old. According to forecasts by the country's authorities, this number will reach 33% in the next 40 years. Japanese people are not very fond of public sports and following fitness guidelines, so we can relate it to sports. According to productivity surveys conducted in this country, the average daily exercise time in this country is less than 15 minutes. They do not get enough sleep either. Most people in Japan sleep only 5 hours a day. As for work and effort, as you must have heard, karoshi, death from overwork, is not only a familiar word, but also somewhat acceptable in Japan. Searching for a genetic relationship is also useless, because when these same people immigrate to America, they suffer from the same diseases that are common in the United States and have a life expectancy that is almost the same as that of Americans. What is different about the Japanese people that increases their survival and useful lifespan so much? In her book, Japanese Women Don't Get Old and Fat, Miss Norimi Moriyama reveals the secrets of her compatriots. Let's read together.
Secret 1. Eating fish, soy, vegetables, and fruits. Japanese anti-cancer food. The majority of Japanese women's daily purchases from the market revolve around these few food items. Fish. Approximately 10% of the world's per capita consumption of fish and seafood belongs to the Japanese, while the Japanese make up only 2% of the world's population. I think we can all agree on the omega-3 in fish and its unique properties in preventing disease and aging. But this is not all the secret of the Japanese in fish, because the Japanese cook fish grilled or with canola oil in a very short time and in small quantities. The favorite fish of the Japanese are sardines, salmon, mackerel, and fresh tuna, which are all considered fatty fish. Vegetables. Vegetables are rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, and minerals. Research shows that the Japanese consume 5 times more cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, kale, cauliflower, and sprouts, than Americans. The Japanese are crazy about vegetables. When Japanese mothers want to get their family home early, they put seafood on the stove in plenty of vegetables and without oil. Then they decorate the dinner table with green beans, lettuce, chopped carrots, spinach, beets, fennel root, turnips, radishes, white radishes, mushrooms, yams, sea vegetables, kombu, nori, wakame, tomatoes, mustard powder, and red pepper. The Japanese consume a lot of soy, about 50 grams per day. A large part of the Japanese diet is made up of soy. The anti-cancer properties of this grain have been proven for many years in many cancers, especially breast cancer. Soy is the main ingredient in miso soup and tofu, which are served almost several times a week. By consuming soy, the Japanese killed 2 birds with 1 stone. They both benefit from an anti-cancer substance and avoid consuming a suspected carcinogen, red meat. Fruits. Consuming fresh, seasonal fruit without any processing is a characteristic of the Japanese people. In general, cliques, biscuits, wafers, and industrial cookies are not very popular in Japan.
Secret 2. Brown rice replaces white rice and bread. Whole grain rice, brown rice. Bread has no place in the Japanese diet. In Japan, most meals are served with bran rice. The Japanese eat 6 times more rice than Americans. Of course, most often not the drained white rice without bran that we know, but brown rice, whole grain. They'd cook rice with little salt and without oil, bran. This way, consuming rice protects them from trans fats, cholesterol, and blood pressure. In addition, rice bran is a rich source of D vitamins.
Secret 3. The Japanese eat with their eyes.
Simple dishes and small bowls, with low-calorie foods and artistic decorations. This unique decoration, which you can see in hypermarkets these days under the name of sushi, encourages every viewer to watch instead of eating. The Japanese believe when you look at this painting-like decoration, the brain will calculate part of the visual impressions as digestive impressions. It's that simple. Some cultural beliefs of the Japanese are also effective in this lack of eating. For example, the Japanese do not fill their bowls with food. They decorate food based on its natural nature, not the dishes and objects on the table. They regularly encourage their children to stop eating when they feel 80% full, unlike us who encourage them to finish their plate.
Secret 4. You don't have to eat less, just eat fewer calories. For people with stomachs, eating less is torture. As we Iranians say, some people have a habit of constantly moving their mouths. Only 3% of Japanese people are obese, while 11% of French people and 33% of Americans are overweight. Being overweight is directly related to consuming extra calories. Research shows that by avoiding cheese, puffs, chocolate, and various cookies and replacing them with fruits and vegetables, you can easily consume up to 800 fewer calories per day without harming your enjoyment of eating. The daily calorie intake of the Japanese is 25% lower than that of other nations. They entertain stomachs by decorating the table with various vegetables and lettuce. In each Japanese meal, 4 to 5 types of low-calorie and slightly salty foods are served. Stomachs can eat more vegetable soup and salad.